absolute destruction of Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom is finally here. Yes, they're going through with it, and they're done with it. Talking about Rivers of America, Tom Sawyer Island, the boat that you all know so well, the sights, the sounds, even the train is going to be moving in a different direction starting today. We've got the exclusive videos, including security guards everywhere, walls going up. Disney's response to Epic Universe is apparently to become a construction zone. Well, they did it, folks. Those crazy executives at Disney finally did it, and I think this could be the spiral, the end, at least, of Disney dominating Universal Studios and being the #1 theme park in the world with Magic Kingdom. Marvin Montanaro is on the scene over at Magic Kingdom, and Marvin, you have been, you've been exploring Frontierland this morning. Folks, as we dive in, click the like button. Marvin, see if any of the security guards want to click the like button for us. You said Disney is crawling with security guards. And by the way, we're looking at right now the first of the walls beginning to go up. Marvin, I want to thank you for going when you did, because this is the last chance to see what we're seeing. All of this is going to look like Epcot soon. It's going to be Walcott all over again at Magic Kingdom. You're not going to see the rivers. Frontierland is destroyed. Marvin, walk us through what you saw.
Well, it's a wall world after all, my friend. And, as we walked through, there were security guards all over the place. And everywhere there was pretty much a construction wall, you found at least one security guard in their blue uniforms all along the walkway that we're seeing here between Liberty Square and Frontierland. But now here you see the construction crews. They are all there. They are already starting to demolish things. They are already starting to pull things apart over there on the actual island. The Liberty Bell is gone. The construction walls are just plain drab. At one point on the dock for the Liberty Bell Pro, it is just a door. It is just a door sitting in the middle of nowhere. It is like the door to Kingdom Hearts appeared. It is one of the weirdest things I've ever seen them do. There you see one of the boats that was being used to shuttle the construction crews back and forth. And you can see them, they stick out quite a bit. No more do you see people jumping on barrel bridges or, exploring some American history over there. It is just construction crews in bright reflective vests. And there you see them tooling around the Rivers of America, the site that they are set to drain of all H2O and fill in so that we can have cartoon cars that is based off of a Planes movie. I don't even call it Cars Land. It's more Planes Land. That's basically what we're seeing. It's just they wasted no time. The second the doors closed last night, a door went up over the. There you see one of the security guards right there. As I said, they're positioned all over the walkway, and it's just no Liberty Bell. You see right there, the waterway is just empty, and it's only going to get worse from here.
Right. Well, this is going to be a major eyesore because you're not going to see this anymore. You're going to see walls everywhere. So it's good, Marvin, that you went when you did, because this vista will be out of here. The only time you're going to be able to see over it, I believe, is when you go down the drop at Tiana's Bayou Adventure, and you're just going to see dirt because they're going to drain all of this. And for the folks out there who say, nobody cares about this anyway, it's like, yeah, well, maybe you didn't ride it, but maybe you didn't ride the train either. But you heard the train, you saw the train, and it adds a kinetic thing to the parks that you don't see anywhere else. This door, by the way, folks, is proof positive. Well, so that door is the beginning of a wall that they didn't finish last night. There's going to be walls everywhere. And so if you remember what Epcot was like, this is going to be Magic Kingdom. 1/4 of the park now going to be covered in construction walls. It's going to be a construction zone all over Frontierland. And the sad thing is, I don't think people are excited about what's going to be coming to replace all of this. And you can't replace this because this is one of the few things that Disney had that Universal just can't do. Simply because, one, it's linked to Walt himself, which is absolute nostalgia. Two, the amount of land that it takes to have this is amazing. But three, and this is what blows my mind, Marvin, they didn't have to do any of this. None of this is necessary. They could have simply added around this. And I'm going to have a video out soon, I hope, to show folks what they could have done that would have saved every bit of this, preserved all of it. And instead now, it's going to be years. I don't expect this to be done until the maybe 2028, maybe 2029. So it's going to be a construction zone. And this is their answer to Epic. I don't think this is going to go well for them, Marvin.
No, definitely not. And also in years past, you would have seen themed construction walls go up. You would have seen, like places where you could have a photo op, just something that would not look as drab and as dull as what we're seeing here. And I mean, this is, and could you imagine Universal draining? I mean, yes, they got rid of Jaws and they learned their lesson from that. But could you imagine them draining that big waterway in the center of Universal, just getting rid of that and filling it in with dirt and putting a Minions ride or something in there? No, when they wanted to do Minions, they found a place for Minions that got rid of things that nobody was missing. This is Americana. This is history. This is a place that is associated with memories and passion that people have had for this place for over 50 years, and now they're just getting rid of it for a land based on planes.
Yeah, I don't think they understand what they're doing at all. This is actually going to be a huge net negative. And as I've said in the past, I think this is a once in a generation, maybe even longer than that, level of mistake by the Disney company. For folks to understand why this matters so much, and we can hear, by the way, the Tomorrowland sounds coming through coming through your mic there. It's actually pleasant, so thank you for that.
You're welcome.
But so people can understand the gravity of what's about to happen to Disney. Magic Kingdom dwarfs everything else the company owns. There is nothing that comes even close to the financial importance of Magic Kingdom because it drives all of Walt Disney World. If Magic Kingdom doesn't exist, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and Animal Kingdom, their attendance crashes. Now, Magic Kingdom's always going to exist, right? But what if it's not a place that people are drawn to? And what if there are transcendent magical experiences at the parks, specifically at Magic Kingdom Park, that you may not even realize that there's, it's what drives you to be there. Maybe Cinderella's Castle doesn't have to be a ride per se. Maybe the Liberty Bell on the Rivers of America doesn't have to be a ride per se. Maybe it is the ambiance, the setting in which you place yourself that drives families to go over and over to see these things. And that is what Disney is deconstructing. That is what they seem determined to change, is to turn this into every square inch must be a monetized system to extricate every dollar from you they can, and don't expand. Like, this is not an expansion. They're draining the water, they're destroying the island, but it's not an expansion because they're replacing stuff. And they have all the land in the world to expand into. They chose not to. And so we'll be going over that soon. Marvin, walk us through, though, we talked about the crowd levels the other day. Big video for us here on the channel. And we got a lot of pushback. We're going to talk about that tomorrow, about the crazy levels of pushback we got from the Pixie Dusters saying, no, it's full. And then it's like, well, why are the other websites finally joining us and agreeing with us then?
Bingo.
So, Marvin,
we were the only voice saying it for a long time, and now we are no longer, because other people have realized that what we have been saying about the crowd levels are true.
So, Marvin, the question, I guess, for you is, what's it like there today? Are there more security guards than guests at this point? And what do you think they're worried about? I mean, why do they have so many security guards? You said it's crawling with security guards right now.
Yeah, I mean, you saw some of it in the clips that we have here. You just see like a couple of the security guards are just kind of like positioned along the walkway there, but that's the only place where they really are. It is definitely not a crowded day. Honestly, it's kind of reminiscent of what the 4th of July was early in the day, which is saying something, because this is currently July 7th that I sit here, and that just shows you how low the crowds on the 4th of July were. There's very few wait times for anything. I've got that exhaust cloud wafting over from Tomorrowland Speedway right now, but that's a walk on. There's nobody over there right now. I'm looking at the Mad Tea Party right now. That's got nobody really on it. I walked by Winnie the Pooh and had a 30-minute wait time posted, but I looked at the line and I said, there's absolutely no way that's 30 minutes. I think they are, our friends over at Park Hop, and I know Jay, Drunk 3PO, he was saying yesterday there was no way that the posted wait times were actually the wait times.
Now, Lorena Creole has the video here exclusively on X, folks. Go over there and subscribe. Says the guests getting their last cruise on the Liberty Bell riverboat on Disney's Magic Kingdom. It's got the video there. And I'm telling you, there's nothing that they can do to replace this, and they didn't have to. That's what's amazing about it. It's a massive mistake, and what I think is going to happen, Marvin, is over the next years, as they turn Magic Kingdom into a construction zone, and as people don't really want whatever it is they're bringing. I mean, nobody's excited about this Cars ride. I mean, nobody.
No.
So, and I hate to throw aspersions, but listen, folks, if you hear somebody telling you that they're really excited about the Cars ride, they're either in a very, very tiny minority of people, or they've been drinking the pixie dust. Okay, so
or maybe they think that they're going to see Lightning McQueen and Maynor and all their friends from the Cars movies, and they don't realize that this is actually a land based on planes, search and rescue, and not cars. You're not going to have Lightning McQueen.
Yeah, it seems like a worthy replacement for a timeless attraction and timeless ambiance. That why not change Frontierland completely for that? All right, so let's go to the article that you've put up. And folks, if you want to know what's happening around Disney as well as entertainment, thatparkplace.com is the place to be. Marvin, I hear a child crying, and I know why. They have realized they haven't checked that park place today. So get them over to the website. It says Disney wastes no time, Liberty Bell gone, Tom Sawyer Island already being dismantled at Magic Kingdom. Marvin, the best we can hope for, I think, at this point is for them, and I told people this was going to happen. Folks, if you watched the channel, you knew that the Liberty Bell would be gone today. That's the boat, not the actual bell. I believe it's in the dock backstage. Of course, I'm not there. Our best hope at this point is that they save that ship and that they dock it at the Grand Floridian. That's the best we can hope for.
Put it at Port Orleans or something, maybe,
Yeah, the demolition of Magic Kingdom's historic Frontierland area has officially begun, and Disney isn't wasting any time. Just hours after the July 6th closure of Tom Sawyer Island, the Liberty Square riverboat, and the Frontierland Railroad Station, visible construction activity is now underway. Now, Marvin, they're also rerouting the railroad, so the train now, and I don't know if you've seen the park map, but it's awful. It's just big green blob now in Frontierland, and here's what's going to happen, folks. This is why Disney should be worried. And, we've got a track record on the channel. Disney really should start. I know they listen. I know they watch, but they really should start modifying their actions because we're trying to help them. Folks, Epic Universe is brand new. It's glorious. It's amazing. Disney now is going to have a giant construction zone in Magic Kingdom. The train doesn't run the full length of the track. Rides are down. You're going to have construction sounds over a quarter of the park. Like, you're going to hear this stuff all the time. This is a huge construction site, but it's not for something that people are excited about. So I can't recommend that families go to Magic Kingdom for the next few years, like until 2030-ish, and they're done with this, and Villains Land is next. I can't tell people to go to a theme park that a fourth of it, is behind walls and being worked on. So Marvin, I think people are going to, it doesn't matter what I say, I think people are going to figure that out, and they're going to go to Epic.
I think so too. I think people are already going to Epic. Epic just had a stellar 4th of July celebration from what I heard with, an incredible fireworks display. So I think Epic is already starting to eat into it. And we have reported on actual, these theme park experts who examine the numbers have said that, Universal is seeing a huge boost in attendance for the next this year and for the next couple of years, whereas Disney, while it's still going to have more people in it than Universal, is staying stagnant. And in a business, an industry like this, if you are not growing, you are dying.
Well, they say that it's going to hold. They say it's going to be stagnant. I have my doubts. I think attendance could drop at Disney. And I'll say it again, folks. Magic Kingdom drives everything. Magic Kingdom is the heart of Walt Disney World. So if you destroy Magic Kingdom or you make people less eager to be at Magic Kingdom, you simultaneously drop the attendance at every single one of the parks, every single one of them. And so what I would say to anybody who is skeptical of our claims, listen, the one thing that Disney owns more than any other thing that you should be careful with, you should not mess with it. Like, if you do anything with it, it should be positive the whole way through. Everybody should be happy and excited, is Magic Kingdom. Because Walt Disney World, it dwarfs Disneyland, and Disneyland dwarfs the international parks. So you can imagine then what Disney World is compared to, say, Disneyland Paris or towards the other places. Disney World dwarfs Star Wars, Marvel, Disney Plus, everything. It's 1/3 of all the profits of the Disney company. 1/3 come from Disney World. And of that 1/3 of profit, maybe if you were to take out Magic Kingdom, you'd lose 60 to 70% of it. People are not going to Epcot because of Epcot. I'll tell you that. People are not going to Hollywood Studios because of Hollywood Studios, because those parks don't have a lot to do. Magic Kingdom drives it all, and they're driving it off a cliff. And, you know, there's going to be a hard lesson learned. When you go woke with a movie, the movie leaves the theater and people forget about it. When you go woke with Magic Kingdom, with the most important theme park in the world, for decades, you will suffer the consequences. And that's what's going to happen here. Marvin, I'll give you final word on it.
Yeah, I mean, you hit the nail on the head right there. The Magic Kingdom is the heart and soul of this operation. And like, I'm sitting here looking right now at the Tomorrowland Speedway, which I think is one of the biggest wastes of space in any theme park ever. There is a literal cloud of exhaust that I am inhaling right now. But you can actually see the cloud of exhaust. It's you know, and it never really has a big crowd on it. But they leave this and they get rid of something like the Rivers of America, which adds beauty to the area, which adds ambiance, which puts the park in theme parks. They have got massive issues with what should be here and what should be gone. If I'm saying that correctly, I mean, like there is a thing that I love to quote when talking about this from Avengers: Age of Ultron, where they said Ultron doesn't know the difference between trying to save the world and destroying it. And it kind of feels like that is Josh D'Amaro, Bob Iger, and the Disney company in terms of trying to plus the parks they are actually menacing.
Now, for those wondering, how does this happen? You know, why? Why would you do this? Because there is no positive here for Disney. They can have, I mean, the amount of money that Tom Sawyer and the Liberty Bell, I know they had to get a new piece of majorly expensive equipment for the Liberty Bell, but, you know, listen, that's nothing in comparison to Disney's budget. The idea of keeping the Liberty Bell, and they could have, and I'll show that later on in another video this week, the idea of keeping all that and then adding on more, that's the way to go. What they're doing right now only creates negatives for themselves. Well, if you're asking how that happens, Megan Lawson, recruiter at Disney Experiences, highlighted by Libs of TikTok. Now, I want to say that I don't necessarily think that Megan Lawson is a top recruiter for Disney, and I would be careful to assert that versus what Libs of TikTok is saying. But folks, I'm not going to even read this stuff. You can just see it. If you're listening in, I'll just tell you that it's filled. The recruiter at Disney Experiences stuff is filled to the brim with all of the SJW stuff that you've come to expect. And then at the end of the list of how this person identifies, it says, if you're still with me, awesome. Let's keep building a kind, inclusive, and slightly theme park obsessed network. The insinuation there is, if you don't agree with me, don't come work at Disney. That I believe, folks, that's how I perceive that to be. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Megan Lawson would like to say otherwise. But this is the kind of cast that Disney has decided to cast their lot with. And this is how we're getting really, really bad decisions at Disney World, destroying the things that made it special. And that's what people need to understand. This that you're seeing on the screen as we get ready to say goodbye, this is special. No, it's not a roller coaster. No, it's not an IP-based thrill ride. It's something different, and it's something you don't find anywhere. Now, what you're going to find are these ugly brown walls for years to come. And for the next years to come, at least half a decade, maybe more, I can no longer recommend that families go to Walt Disney World, because I think that you're losing value versus going to Epic Universe. All right, Marvin, that is the video for today here on the Noonday, but we've got more on the way. Folks, don't miss out at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. We've got a story that is huge. Eric July has just blasted through Billboard, and the gatekeepers of the music industry can't wait to tell you about it. You got to be there and see it. And then we've got a pro show tonight where we're going to be talking more about Disney drama and big trouble for ABC News. Marvin, before we go, let me know, tell the folks out there where they can find you beyond thatparkplace.com. Tell us about Tooneytown.
Well, you said thatparkplace.com every single day for all the news that should be fun, movies, TV, theme parks, video games. But check us out over at Tooneytown TV, over on the Tooneytown TV channel, where we have a live stream every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is called Toonie Talk TV. We'll see you there. There you go.
Folks, Marvin has been an integral part of bringing this news to you. We can't thank him enough for what he's done. Over 200,000 people finding out how empty the parks were for July 4th, and the evidence was right there on the screen, and only because Marvin got up early and did what he had to do to make it happen. Folks, like, share, subscribe, click it, stick it to the algorithms. It is the notification bell. Drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. Don't be like the crying child you heard. Be on that park place so you can feel fully satisfied. Marvin, thank you again, sir.
Thank you.
And folks, until the next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep having fun.
Okay, these colors just seem to conflict with your natural tone.
Wilton, what are you doing?
Obviously, we're getting Jose ready to throw his name in the hat to be the next CEO of Disney.
That's ridiculous. He's not qualified for that kind of role.
Well, of course he is. He's a wonderful candidate for a corporate puppet.
What on earth is happening?
He's literally a foreign agent by all accounts. You think honoring boundaries is a thing? No! This is Disney! He's got diversity points, green skin, and a wig. And most importantly, he likes to destroy things and blow them up, whether they're from the past or from now. He shows no discrimination.
Okay, you know what? I really can't argue with any of that. So,
Right?
you two have fun. I'm gonna go read thatparkplace.com and watch WDW
Okay,
Pro.
bye. Okay, Jose, say magical experiences.
I already hate this.